Step 8. Understanding deja vu in dream states. I believe deja vu is the universal awareness giving us a chance to alter the experience and showing us we've already sort of been on this road before in another reality. I believe it can also prevent things from happening by giving you premonitions of things you've repeatedly done in this life and body. Maybe even prevent a negative experience. I also have been experiencing deja vu and memories of experiences and people I've never had or interacted with in this life. I simply believe I'm connecting more with universal awareness the more I use sensory deprivation tanks and psychedelics, allowing me to see all I've been, I am, and can be. I've also become more of an active dreamer, leading me to believe I'm experiencing life in alternative timelines of this realm. Step 9. Understanding your thoughts are God's thoughts. All thoughts are the universal consciousness or awareness, egoic or not. Every thought you've ever had, whether it be egoic, negative, toxic, addictive, or worse, is a thought made up of the universal awareness, aka God. Every thought and wish Hitler had in World War II was the universal awareness's thoughts and wishes and the purpose of infinite experiences. Everything is perfect, including all thought processes, due to fulfilling the purpose of infinite experiences, and all things are made up of the universal awareness, which is perfect peace and serenity. Step 10. Understanding the awareness in the moment is the only constant and true thing. Rid yourself of the knowledge the world, society, and your peers taught you. Then look around wherever your sense of self is located and breathe. When your monkey chatter has dissolved and you're solely living in the moment, love this feeling. This feeling is awareness, and it's the only feeling that is truly constant and infinite. It's the thing we return to in death and the thing we were before realms of existence. It's the thing that created all, the purest and most eternal thing to be. Recently, like 2 nights ago, I was laying in my bed and staring up at my ceiling fan. I was struggling that day with my egoic thoughts taking over. In other words, I was letting thoughts given to me from the world I'm experiencing run rampant, causing stress, judgment, and more. I focused on keeping my eyes open while staring at the fan and simply just reminding myself I'm eternal consciousness and nothing matters apart from experiencing itself. I honed in on this emotion until eventually the blade of the ceiling fan began to lose color. Next, it lost texture and eventually looking like the blade was a blade-shaped hole in reality. I remained honing in on this emotion and keeping my eyes open, and the ceiling fan itself began to dissipate. At this moment, I began to notice a greenish-yellow glow outlining where the fan just was. As I noticed this, the crease between the walls and ceiling and the creases between the four walls in my room gained this glow. As I noticed this, the whole room lost color and the texture until all that was left was a greenish-yellow glow outlining my fan and the 90-degree creases in my walls and ceiling. Everything else was as dark and consuming as outer space, apart from the holographic outlines and factors tramping to and from the glowing outlines. Eventually, everything started to rotate, and I heard my girl sniffle next to me, and I took a deep inhale. As I did this, everything gained color and texture while moving back in place. I realized I actually hadn't closed my eyes and nearly exited my flesh just as easy as it was June 23rd of 2020. Only this time the difference was I had control. I apologize for that extra sprinkle of experiencing, but I feel it could help in understanding that awareness in the moment holds more power than you know, due to it being the totality of everything to be and been. The best thing you can do in life, if you'd like to be closer to truth, is simply breathe, because you are eternity having a human experience. You are solely awareness which can never be harmed. You will live eternity here, eternity on alien worlds and eternity in alien realms. When you want to break, you'll rest for eternity as the void, simply being awareness with no thoughts to conflict you. Simply bask in this awareness. Use the Wim Hof technique along with pranayama. Prana in Sanskrit meaning the vital life force, and yam meaning to gain control. Breathing and mix it up with meditation. Then enjoy the raw power that is you, and that true you, not the muscular tension you've come so comfortable with identifying yourself as. Step 11. Understanding the true workings of karma. With knowledge gained from previous insights, you understand you will and have lived as every entity and living organism in existence throughout all realms and alternate realities. With this said, anytime you assault someone, remember you'll eventually live and already have lived as this victim as well. Anytime you open the door for someone disabled, remember you'll live and already have lived as the person you opened the door for. Karma may not strike you within this life, but eventually all good and wrong deeds you've done to others will become your experience, and you will become this other you've done good or wrong by. Step 12. Understanding the ability to manipulate perception of life / re-envision raw reality. If you focus on being the awareness, you can gain multiple abilities over your physical realm and existence. If you are in stress, discomfort, or pain, simply focus on ridding yourself of the knowledge the world, society, and your peers taught you. Then look around wherever your sense of self is located and breathe. When your monkey chatter has dissolved and you're solely living in the moment, now focus on warmth and comfort. On your vessel you embody. Focus on the beauty in everything around you. The vibrant life in nature. Remember you lived as all this vibrant life in the purpose of infinity. All the sweet vegetation, whole communities of plant life, and the wide variety of creatures also involved in their own communities. All you, and none of it is mundane and normal. It's all an extremely rare experience that we came here to experience, and experience its beauty from other perspectives. All in the purpose of experiencing infinity. If you're not around nature, remember anything man-made was made by man. Remember you lived as any man who invented and constructed those things. You are everything and everyone. The full life and individual personal touch the awareness has on everything. It's all so beautiful and it's all you. Remember every time you use electronics or drive an automobile, you're using devices of an advanced species you chose to live as, and most things man-made are synthesized in labs or mined and refined. Even the simple task of splitting a cigar, taking out the guts, breaking up the cannabis, taking out the seeds and stems, packing the cigar with cannabis, licking it, rolling it up, and then sealing the crack with flame. This is all craft of an advanced species we chose to live as. All these things we must grow to love as they are variables of experiences this realm offers to the purpose of infinite experiences and limitations. This also makes us a rare experience as a whole due to the vast amount of realms and experiences not being so complex. Life's beautiful, advanced, high-tech flesh with muscular tension and rampant ego. Don't let this saturated holographic realm of imagined existence blind you from the moment. Simply bask in the awareness. Simply bask in life. Don't forget it. Alan Watts said it best. We usually see life as work and play. Simply treat all work as play. Don't separate the two. One of my favorite quotes from Rumi is, "You are not the drop in the ocean. You are the ocean in a drop." Step 13. Understanding the worth and experience. Your worth is in your individual experiences. Everything about your personal experience is holy and sacred. Your home life, school life, work life, and all you do in your experience is holy and sacred, for it is our holy and sacred duty to endure and process the experience with wholeness. We are an eternal and infinite awareness that is out for infinite experiences. We are simply forgetting who we are and adding different limitations to ourselves so we can experience infinite experiences and varieties. Every day you give to that purpose. Focus on shadow work to make your ego and individual experience the best it can be. The things you do that no one else does, and the things you can't explain because it's simply just you, are the special reasons we chose to live as you. Your individual experience has to exist where infinite experiences couldn't. Infinite experiences equals infinite limitations. Remember to focus on these equalities. Shadow work, detachment, harmonization, decalcification and stimulation, perception, visualization, intuition, ascension, and integration. I appreciate you so much for all you suffered through because you gave me so much to live through. Keep fighting and love on. Keep strong and give me something to live for. Yours truly, Travin James Hoover, or Luciii, born June 30th, 2004, and I am you.
I get it, you're done.